Geez, you heard of personal space? Hi, it's Nick. I'm going to be debunking some more ghost videos. Today it's going to be top 10 scary ghost videos too disturbing to watch alone from top 5 ghosts. This guy uses an AI voice, so I'm probably going to be cutting most of his explanations out and just getting right to the meat and potatoes of the video. So if that's what you like, then hit that subscribe button and watch all the way through, and then watch some more of my videos so that I can get the watch time out so I can get monetized so that I can do this full time. That'd be nice.
A chilling footage shows a person wandering through the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, see, that's pretty annoying, right?
When they suddenly come across a figure standing motionless in the distance. At first glance, it looks human, but something is off.
I get the feeling like this is going to be a pretty easy video to debunk. Alright, I'm hearing from my deliberation committee. Yep, that's a crackhead. Seems like a pretty recent crackhead, considering the fact that he's not filthy, except for his hands that we just saw him touch the ground with, and his knees, which we just saw him touch the ground with. So, if it's not a crackhead, then I'm going to go ahead and assume that the most likely plausible explanation is that this is some weird, scary video that these guys are just trying to make for a laugh or something. He's not possessed. It's not a demon. It's nothing like that. It's either a mental instability or a substance issue.
As the person watches, the figure's mouth hangs wide open in an unnatural way. Then it begins to move, letting out deep guttural grunts with each step, slowly closing the distance. Its movements are jerky, its presence deeply unsettling.
I don't know what's unnatural about his mouth position. It's not like he's got an extra long mouth or a, jaw that looks like it's been dislocated. He's just got his mouth open. So, not sure what you mean by that.
A lost person, a bizarre prank, or something far more disturbing. You decide.
I'll go with option C, the prank, or substance abuse.
A Reddit user shares a chilling photograph taken at Hankey Church Cemetery in Plum, PA, showing what appears to be a half-bodied apparition of a priest. According to local lore,
a half-bodied priest? What the hell is that supposed to mean? I know we're about to see it, but...
The cemetery once had a church, until its priest was lynched by enraged members after committing adultery. Some say the church was later burned down, leaving only the graveyard behind.
That's kind of typical. I mean, not all of that, but the burning the church down and leaving the graveyard. That's actually a really common thing that happens. So, you really narrowed it down there for research purposes. Ah, yes. Terrifying. Are we talking about that tombstone there in the bottom right corner?
In the image, the ghostly figure resembles either a priest in a long jacket or possibly a war veteran.
Oh, I was worried that's what you were going to point out. I don't think it's a tombstone anymore, but I also don't think that it's an authentic ghost photo. It most certainly has been photoshopped. You can tell because the entire image is recompressed.
Despite years of analyzing and attempts to replicate the shot, the user has been unable to debunk it.
Well, then he's just not trying too hard.
What makes it even eerier is that another person once captured an unexplained apparition in the same cemetery.
Oh sweet, I hope they look identical or at least very similar.
This time, a woman.
Damn it.
A man was driving through the woods at night.
Oh, are you not gonna show us? Did you forget?
when his dashcam captured something chilling. A woman in white, casually walking along the empty road.
It kind of looks like you're driving through a campground, you know, where they, you know, park off on the sides and then camp for the night. It is a well-driven road. You can tell because there are tire tracks that have compacted the soil to the point where it's basically as good as concrete. Yeah, unless you count the giant potholes. But judging by the fact that she doesn't look dirty, I'd say that she hasn't been out there for very long. So she's likely a camper coming back from bathing at one of those campsite showers. Did you see the yellow post marker that's usually accompanied with directions to specific numerical campsites? It's right there at the end of the street.
Her movements were slow and unnatural, and there was no sign of a vehicle or any reason for her to be there. The unsettling sight sent a wave of fear through him. Without hesitation, he hit the gas and sped off, not daring to look back.
Once again, immaculately clean, not a single speck of dirt on those white clothes, which means she came from very nearby and is very likely going somewhere very nearby. Did you also see that she was likely barefoot? She might be wearing some thin flip-flops, but all signs point to someone who knows where they are, knows where they're going, and knows that they don't need help or a flashlight to get there. Like a camper. What's with these weird 5-second black spaces? Is this how you pad your runtime so that you can put mid-roll ads in? Sorry to interrupt. I'm already done editing the video now, and somebody told me online that it was a good idea to put a reminder to like the video and subscribe in the first 7 minutes of the video, and close enough. If you're enjoying what you're watching, please consider subscribing and hitting the like button. It would help tremendously with the algorithm and all that. Sorry, I'll get out of your hair. I'm trying to be a better YouTuber, and apparently this is one of the ways to do it.
A person records an empty park at night when something strange catches their attention. Several swings moving on their own.
Ugh, that generator's annoying. I'm gonna mute it.
No corre aire.
Magic.
Y el columpio se está moviendo completamente sola.
Wait, so let me get this straight. The swing is just gently moving back and forth due to the wind, and that's like paranormal shit?
Y no corre nada de aire.
I don't have to speak whatever language he's speaking to know that he just said that there was no wind, because, you know, once you've seen one, you've seen them all, and unless you have one of those, you know, those like spoon scoopy things that like weather vanes, they like spin in the wind, unless there's one of those like right beside you and it's perfectly stationary, then there's no way for you to tell whether there's wind or not.
Por momentos se mueve más fuerte y el otro está completamente
That looks like a fairground behind him, or in front of him. Behind the swings. There's a fairground.
estático. ¿Cómo ven?
The reason I want to point that out is because fairgrounds have things that generate air currents, you know, like rides, farting elephants, Ferris wheels, things like that. They generate air currents, and those air currents can be barely perceptible to us, and they can move things that are on chains, like a swing. come on, dude. This isn't paranormal.
There's no wind strong enough to explain it, and no one else is around.
I don't know how this guy has so many goddamn subscribers.
The swings continue to sway as if someone, or something, is playing.
He has 196,000 subscribers, has uploaded 203 videos, just like this one, and has 2,041,321 total views. He uses an AI voice and just grabs a bunch of random clips that he finds on TikTok, throws them in a video, and then posts it. It probably takes him 10 minutes. But do you know how many hours of today I've spent recording videos? Because I woke up at 5 a.m. and I started recording at 5:30 a.m. and it is now 7 p.m. and I'm still recording and editing, and I took a 1-hour break. And I've done this every single day for the past 4 months. I mean, not specifically this because I have a 9 to 5, but when I'm not working, I'm doing this. I'm trying to build something here, and this guy's just using AI to just...
Then, without warning, they suddenly stop.
Again, another 5-second fucking gap. He's using this to be able to push ads. Like, it's just an AI, dude. It's so sad. What am I doing? Putting this much effort in. This guy is just using an AI to just... They're not even paranormal videos. This is just garbage. Brain rot. Nothing that's happened yet has even been slightly confusing. Let's see what's next.
The Gakuburu TV team ventures into a haunted house rumored to be filled with paranormal activity. As they explore the decayed and abandoned structure, eerie noises echo through the halls. Unexplained footsteps, faint whispers, and sudden thuds.
Okay, I can talk about this. So you can hear the footsteps as he's walking through this property. There's a thick layer of dust on everything. This place has been abandoned. And something I want to point out with abandoned structures is that they settle into a specific state, and then they begin to decay. When we move around inside of our houses, we walk on these floorboards, and as we walk on those floorboards, they generate heat from the friction of them moving up and down. Every time you walk around your own house, you breathe life into that space. Your exhalation, your body heat, moving things around, stirring the air. Everything you do in your house is the reason why your house doesn't collapse. The reason why abandoned structures collapse is because they have nobody there to breathe life into them. There's no body heat, there's no breath, there's no moisture, there's no circulation of the air. It's just this closed pocket of a world that's frozen in time. So once somebody actually enters these properties after so long and starts breathing life back into the structure, the friction of the floorboards, the breath you're exhaling, the body heat that you're leaking, the air that you're circulating through the home is now changing the structure. It's giving it life again. So when you walk on one floorboard and it cracks and it pops and it groans, it's the sound of the building being like, at last, somebody's finally here. And it starts creaking and shaking and cracking its little bones back into place. You step on one floorboard and the entire pitch of the house will change by micro amounts. But that has a cascading effect throughout the structure. So when you're walking around, other places of the house are now popping and releasing tension and creating friction that expands the joints, that literally, not even figuratively, literally alters the structure just with your presence. Every bang, every creak, every groan that you hear in these structures is the structure itself beginning to breathe again. I can't read Japanese.
At first, he captures weird noises, and as the screen goes blue, one can see a dark shadow in the corner of the door.
Shut the fuck up. It's the filter.
The explorer seems to not notice it at that moment.
I wish people would understand the beauty of being in these places. To stand somewhere where there once was so much life, and then to just sit empty for so long. And they come in here and they just pretend like it's some sort of paranormal spectacle without having the respect of the history and life this property experienced. Look at the place. It's beautiful, in a sense. Destruction and decay has this reverent power. It shows the finite time that we have with places. And to know that you walk away and leave the structure empty, it almost feels like leaving a family member behind. I don't know what happened to the inhabitants of this house, but I think that being respectful and recording a video, going through it and just being like, wow, look at this place. There's nothing wrong with that, but I really hope he doesn't wachao lima, kick a door open or something like that, because that is not respect for this structure. The house is breathing again. That's what you're hearing.
Soon in one of the frames he records a weird white mist in the room.
It's a sun shaft. It's the filter.
And then here's a movement.
I suppose it was nice of the ghost to set your camera down gently. In reality, you left a static shot, so you can cut the video wherever you want. It's you who is behind the camera, setting the camera down gently. You have begun to disrespect the place that you are in. And that's sad. This scene is after he set the camera down. You cut the video, therefore, there is time missing. You can no longer prove that this is one continuous shot. That music you're hearing is added in post. It's background music. It's BGM. It's not in the property. Ah, the discovery of your gently placed down camera. It's too expensive for you to damage it to increase your viewership, isn't it? You don't have enough money to replace it.
Lastly, his set camera falls off, and he begins hearing music despite finding no source.
Another 5-second pause. I promise you I'm not editing these videos to add these pauses. I'm not monetized, and the video is already longer than 8 minutes, so if I wanted to add mid-roll ads, I don't know what the purpose of that would be, unless you can add more mid-roll ads after like 16 minutes or 32 minutes. I'm not sure, but still, I don't know why he's doing it, but he is, and it's annoying, but I'm going to leave him in there because if I have to watch it, you should do. Sorry.
This bizarre footage comes from Chapa-a-Dickey village, Firozpur, and has left many baffled. At first, everything seems normal. A dog is casually walking along, but within seconds, something truly unsettling happens.
Ah, classic. Record the screen with your cell phone, but it's a horizontal view, but they're recording vertically horizontally, so I guess we'll see what we can see, but okay, well, that's just camera compression. It's a low light conditions with a security camera that's viewing a static scene, and the thing that's moving through the scene, the dog, is moving rapidly. And the reason why it looks so ghostly, and it's literally ghosting, which means that it's leaving a trail of itself on the way through the scene, is just because the camera is updating the scene. So instead of seeing one thing moving through the scene, it's taking a picture every couple seconds, and then that is turning into a long trail. It's not a good security camera. Low frame rate, and that's why. So, ta-da.
The dog appears to morph into a snake-like shape before shifting back into its original form. The transformation is eerie, with no clear explanation visible in the video.
I don't think anybody actually believes, well, I mean, clearly, how many views did this video get? This video has 29,000 views. Ooh, With 196,000 subscribers, you only have 30,000 views and 27 comments? Is this guy botting views? I went back and checked. Each of the pauses are only 2 seconds. It actually only adds about 16 seconds to the video, so I don't really think it's mid-roll ads, but it's still weird to me.
A person begins recording after hearing loud banging on their glass door. As they approach, the sight is chilling. Unmistakable handprints slamming against the glass, yet no one is visible.
I fucking hated that noise. Thanks for that.
Leave. Stop. You gotta go. Calm down. What are you?
I love how he turns the lights off instead of turning the lights on. Like, hello?
Stop.
Interesting. You can see the glass moving in the first part of the scene. So I think that part is done practically with somebody just outside in like a black zip-up Zentai suit, you know, full body suit with just their hands visible, and they're actually banging on the glass. Curious. I gotta analyze the second one a little bit closer, so give me a minute. I think I figured out how he did it. But just full disclosure, here I want to say this. Like, I know that sometimes it might seem like I'm temporarily believing a ghost video. That's not what's happening. I don't believe in ghosts. 99.9%. I leave a little room. But what I like doing is figuring out how they do it. So it's not just enough for me to be like, well, that's fake, you know, in videos like this. Other videos where it's like a swinging swing set, like, fuck, whatever, who gives a shit. But when it comes to these videos, there's editing, and I want to find the editing mistakes. You know what I mean? It's always going to be editing, but I like these videos because the people are doing a really good job editing them, and it's like mentally stimulating for me to figure out how they did it. Not whether it's a ghost or not, but how they edited it. And so I think I figured this one out. That was a lot of words to hear, but it's a splice. But it's such a good, clean splice. So what he's doing is he's standing there and he's recording a static shot that's zoomed in. And then his main shot is like wide angle. And so he's just taken the zoomed in shot and just motion tracked it to the original video. And if he stands there as still as he possibly can, he can actually blend the two scenes together. So they're motion tracked together. He just doesn't move from where he's standing. The person outside banging on the door, they are banging on the door, and then they leave the shot, and then he continues, but then he just crops out the portion in between. And as long as the hand motions generally match, you can do a clean cut like this. Listen to what I'm saying right now. Cut 4 of these words out. And as long as I stay as relatively still as possible, you're not going to notice that I cut 4 of these words out. So the 2 ways that you can absolutely tell that this is fake is because of these 2 exact spots. And one of them is way more noticeable than the other one.
Charlie, come on.
See, there's always a little editing error. The glass was no longer shaking, and the scene shifted from one to the other. Look, I get it. We know it's fake. It was obvious from the start. I mean, the acting, the lack of attention on the hands. Why did he show us the light switch when he was turning it on? It's like, hey guys, I know that there's something really fantastic here, but why don't I film something that you've seen in your house every single day for an extended period of time?
They'd rush into the room to confront whoever or whatever is inside. But as they step in, the space is completely empty. The banging has stopped.
The bang ding.
The banging has stopped. The banging has stopped. And there's no sign of anyone ever being there. A bizarre and unsettling footage has surfaced, showing a group of people engaged in a ritual-like worship. However, the real horror lies in what they are worshiping.
He put that fucking sound in there again, so I cut it out. Ugh, hate it, hate it, hate it. Fuck.
Poderoso con tu maldad, poderoso con tu maldad, más oscura brinda, un poco de tu tenebroso poder, a este tu más siervo, y permíteme que mis más negros deseos, sean cumplidos, Ovalá.
It's just some religious ceremony. How is this unsettling? Like, whatever, dude.
Oh gran Señor, que todo el brillo de tu brillo.
An eerie, unidentifiable figure that appears deeply unnatural. Its presence is disturbing. Its features unclear, almost as if it doesn't belong. The group remains fixated, seemingly unaware of how unnerving the scene truly is.
What? Wait, roll that shit back. What is he talking about?
Oh gran Señor, que todo el brillo de tu brillo.
An eerie, unidentifiable figure that appears deeply unnatural.
Help me out in the comments. I have no idea what he's looking at that's supposed to be deeply unnatural. Is it the statue? Do they not like one of the people in the crowd? What are they looking at? I don't understand. Leave a comment down below. I need help with this. I'm super confused. Is it just some AI hallucination, or they zoomed in on something? Like, leave a comment. Help me out. This is gonna bug me.
الباب هذا تقفل. بسم الله. شوف الباب هذا كم.
I don't know why, but there was a cut there. What? Okay. I mean, it doesn't matter, but there was.
قفل. بسم الله. هذا البدروم.
Why is he cutting the video so much? This is jarring. I don't like this.
سمعتوا؟ حذفة حصى. الحذفة واضحة يا جماعة. بسم الله.
It's the wind. There's no walls.
بسم الله.
It's just the wind.
As he moves through the dark, empty corridors, the door begins to move on its own.
No.
هذه ايش؟ هاد جني ولا دمية؟ يا جماعة
What?
الشغل قوي. بسم الله، المكان مخيف. أعطيني يلا انزل. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Where'd the fucking audio go? The top 5 ghosts makes like $2,000 a month. And this is what he produces. What the fuck?
بسم الله. شفتوا العيون؟ في أحد؟ شفتوا؟ بسم الله.
Okay. He pointed out garbage on the floor. He pointed out a door that was moving because of the wind. He's just walking around a dark, abandoned location. Nothing paranormal is happening. And in this fucking shot, nothing paranormal is happening. He's just staring down a dark hallway with his flashlight and then pretending like something's happening. I really hope this video does well. This video, I hope this video does well because this was painful to make. And just so you know, it's 8:40 now, so I'm still doing the video editing and everything. I'm still recording and editing the video at the same time.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. اختفت العيون. بسم الله. شوفوا.
Lastly, he records a creepy dark entity. Did Abdullah Al-Anbari encounter something paranormal, or is it just another eerie location with an unsettling past? You decide.
Oh my god. Make it stop. I'm too far in the video to give up now. Just...
A mysterious and disturbing footage shows a group of people inside a church recording something moving along the pathway. The figure is unlike anything recognizable. It has no visible limbs, yet it appears to be crawling forward in an unnatural way.
You fucking piece of shit. That man is named Claudio. He is not a monster. He is a man who has a simple genetic disorder called arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. That's hard to pronounce. It's called AMC. You disrespectful son of a bitch. I'm done. I am never going to be watching another one of this asshole's videos. I'm going to link a video in the comment section. If you made it this far, I want you to go and watch this other video. It's going to be the video linking to a channel called Truly, where they host a video about Claudio. You can watch it. You can educate yourself on it. A lot of things have made me angry with these channels, with these paranormal channels. This one takes the cake. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends, and go watch this video. Learn about this person. I love you. See you later.